Hi, I'm John Dingwall and I'm here with the Pierces, Catherine and Alison, who've had a phenomenal year with their album, You and I. Girls, tell us about how it's gone in 2011 for you, because this fourth album's really been the one, hasn't it?
It's the one.
It's the one?
Yes, we've been very, very busy, but everything's going really well and we couldn't be happier.
Now, this album, I understand, though, prior to you recording it, there was a bit of an iffy time and you were actually considering whether to carry on. Is that true?
Yeah, we were we were trying to decide whether we should carry on together. We weren't going to quit music. We just thought maybe we'd do solo albums. And we had decided to do that. And then the next day we got a call from Guy Berryman wanting to work with us. And that changed our minds.
Good, and he worked on the album with you, didn't he?
Yeah, he co-produced it and he played a lot of the instruments.
And how much of an influence did he have over what the final sound of that album?
Well, they were very sensitive to what we wanted, but we did all sit down and figure that out, because we hadn't done that with the record before. It was just kind of experimental and whatever we wanted, it was just whims. And this one was a little more focused. But he really shared our vision and we came up with something that we all loved.
So how did he hear the band? How did he kind of get to know about the Pierces?
We just met him like around town through friends, and Catherine gave him a copy of our last record.
Yeah.
And he had liked that, and I think he just was around the house one day and he found it like a year later, more than that, even a couple of years later.
Yeah, he said he was going through old CDs, cleaning house, and he was like, oh yeah, and put it in, and that rekindled his love.
And are you fans of Coldplay? Or if you weren't fans of Coldplay, are you fans of Coldplay now?
We were fans before and we're bigger fans now.
Yeah. So tell me about obviously the fact that this album, I mean, the lead song off this album, Glorious, I mean, I remember being somewhere and the song came on and this chap said to me, I love all these old 60s classics. I mean, there's a really authentic sound. Is that the kind of music you grew up listening to, or what was happening around the house when you were younger?
Well, I think our first love was the Beatles. And then from there it was Simon and Garfunkel, so that's where we learned to harmonize with them, and the Beatles, and Joni Mitchell, Jackson Browne, Sam Cooke, James Taylor. And
you've been singing for a long time, haven't you? I mean, together.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we could speak.
So what were the earliest performances like? Was that at the kitchen tables?
I think they were in church.
Well, the first official performance was,
Yeah, I remember singing a solo when I was 6 in church. Where were you?
I think I was too shy.
I was too young to know to be shy. I was like, sure, I'll get up in front of everyone and sing.
Can you remember what you sang?
I think we had rearranged the lyrics to a John Denver song to make them church appropriate.
I would have thought most John Denver songs were already church appropriate.
Yeah, but I think we made it even more church appropriate.
Because you come from, I mean, apparently the background you come from is your parents were, I understand, Christian hippies from Alabama. I would not have thought that Christian hippies in Alabama really went too well together.
Yeah, they were weird.
There
mishmash.
aren't many of them.
Well, they were hippies and then they were Christians, and now they're kind of just hippies again. It's gone full circle.
And so does that play a part in your own songs, or is there a kind of Christian ethos to them at all?
No.
Because Glorious has that kind of thing, doesn't it?
Well,
God
actually,
bless the world.
that's the one song we didn't write. A friend of ours wrote that song, and he's Jewish.
I think there might be, we're spiritual people, but we're not religious.
Good stuff. Now you're on tour at the moment. This is only your second date here at Glasgow's ABC. I think originally you were going to play Oran Moor in the city, but it got bumped up because things are going so well for the Pierces. How did your gig go last night in Sheffield?
Really good.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you seeing a big difference between this tour and the previous tours that you've done?
Yeah. There's more people singing and
there's more people
excited. More people.
So what's next for you?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We don't even know what today is, so
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, weren't you? It's Saturday.
Saturday.
I would have bet my life it was not Saturday.
Yeah, have you Sky Plus X Factor?
So I guess Sunday is next for us.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. And are you when do you go about working on a new album? Because obviously when you get an album that's this successful, it tends to have to be kind of
Right.
Yeah.
toured and toured. I mean, are you at that stage where you're going to start to think about the next one, or is that some way off?
We're thinking about it.
We're writing songs and
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
having visions.
Will Guy Berryman get a shot at that one as well, or will you go to pastures new?
Yeah, maybe we'll see. See what happens. If
They've
he,
got
you know.
time. They're getting busy too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Catherine Nelson and the Pierces.